It's finally time for us to head over to the Academy field. And I'm not really sure what Sarah has in store for us here, but we've been hearing everyone talking about you need to get to the Academy field instantly. Don't waste any time. So I'm really curious to see what's going on. Especially since Ferris was a little upset because she couldn't, go to her lacrosse practice. So what could possibly be going on here that would prevent that, of all things? Guess we're gonna find out here. We were all told to meet here at 9 a.m. Seems like I still have some time. No idea what this is all about, but it'd probably be a good idea to finish preparing first. Finish preparing, huh? In what way specifically? We just did, our practical exam where we fought her. Let's just head to the Academy field. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Good, you're all here. Oh, instructor. I wasn't expecting you to be. Yeah, there's Sharon, of course. Sharon! Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all of you off, I came straight here. How did I guess she'd get here ahead of us? Oh, I don't know. Probably because she has an ability that all members of the society seem to have. Sharon, I'm on to you. After what Sarah said about you, I'm more than sure that you are a part of Ouroboros, or you were. You don't really strike me as an linguist. You probably was an enforcer. At this point, I shouldn't really be surprised. Sheesh, she ain't the Reinford's top maid for nothing. Now trust me, this has nothing to do with her being a maid. I told you guys, I compared her to Joshua the last time I talked about Sharon. Like, she's very stealthy. She gives off Joshua vibes. Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all. But since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I didn't have much of a choice. Why, thank you. Wait, why would we need a guide? Yeah, this is weird. Why are we getting a guide all of a sudden? Hell, Sarah, you barely show up to our field studies. Like every once in a blue moon. So you're telling me... Oh, it looks like everyone's here already. There's the rest of the squad. Oh, Sharon's here too? Huh? What's she doing here? Cooking, cleaning, and staying as travel. Okay, they're going too fast. You flatter me, Master Eustace. Well, we've got all of you here now. And look at that, 9 a.m. right on time. Huh? Oh, he's looking at something. Is it gonna be an airship? What's that sound? It sounds like a rush of air. No, that's not quite it. Sounds to me like an airship. Are you kidding me? Yeah, can we see it? Look. What is it? What the hell is that? Nah, these reactions got me crazy. I'm ready to see it. Come on now. The suspense is killing me. Here they come. No, there's an airship. It looks pretty slick. It's got a red design. It almost has a similar color to Ouroboros' ship, the Glorious. Yeah. That color. Not exactly Wonder Woman, but you get what I mean. I love this track playing right now. Yo, everybody's so dumbfounded. What is this thing even doing here? Wow, it's so cool. A crimson airship. Who does it belong to? A crimson airship. Well, we know one thing. When you see the color, this crimson color, it's just like the limousine. It's always noble, the noble family. If you're telling me right now, is my goat on the ship? Is my goat on this airship? It's gotta be Olivert. An Imperial Army warship, maybe? Nah, not enough giant guns. Honestly, it looks very similar to the Arseille. You see the way it looks? Still, the shape looks familiar. Oh, now I remember. It's like the white wings of Liberl. Yeah, the Arseille. That's what I was saying. It's got the color of the Glorious, or a similar color to it. This looks a little more deep-rooted red. It is very similar to the Arseille. You think so too, right? Okay, so it's definitely Olivert in there. He must have took some blueprints with him. You mean like the Arseille? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance. The Arseille, wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from the kingdom of Liberl? Indeed, it was on that very airship that Prince Olivert made his triumphant return to Heimdallr. Yep. That was right before he shot the bouquet of roses in front of the Chancellor and Lechter. One of the best moments of all time. I don't care what anyone says. That is a top 3 moment in Trail's history. Point me to 3 things better than that. I dare you. That's happened already. You can't. It's top 3. I don't want to hear it. No way. They're not seriously going to land here, right? So we're riding this airship to Roer? Of course they are. It's 75 arch from the bow to stern. It might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Man, you gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute, how do you know how large it is? Yo, this is sick. Dun, 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 dun. I love it. Where is he at? He has to be on this airship. Come on, man. Let me see my goat. This is the best. It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems just like the Arseille, except red. It bears the crest of Erebonia, though. So at the very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends.
There he is.
It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
And I'm glad you couldn't. I'm very happy to see you, man. My goat. Yo, look at him with his boy, Mueller.
Prince Olivert. And Major Vander.
This is the duo right here. I'm glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all.
Wait. I don't like this disrespect you're giving to Mueller. What's going on, game? I understand having the goat voice, but not the best man? His boy? I'm not sure how to feel about that disrespect.
It looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdallr.
Oh, they plan on unveiling it in Heimdallr.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Still, the prince is just here in the supporting capacity today, to say nothing of myself. The real stars of the show are the airship and its fine gentlemen we have aboard.
Who may you be referring to?
It's been quite some time.
Oh! Is that... Wow! It's the Viscount. It's Victor.
I see many familiar faces gathered here today, and several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Wait, so is Toval also here? Because we already knew Victor and Toval would set it out to gather, comrades. So Toval should be here, which would explain why Mitch was talking about Toval when we went to speak to him. He brought up Toby.
Is that?
No, it is. It's Laura's Pops.
I know that voice.
Oh, there it is. Oh, all of my boys.
The Radiant Blademaster?
Yo, what a time to be alive right now.
Father.
So that's Laura's dad?
Fee finally gets to see him.
Wait, who's the one now?
And look, Toval's with him too.
This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go, that's for sure.
Me either. I'm glad to see you, Toval.
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
He's a captain. Allow me to introduce you. He's probably, he's kind of like maybe Don. Don was the captain, right? On the Bobcat. But I think Keel was the pilot though, right? And I know you guys are probably like, why are you saying his name that way? I've been saying that since I first met him in Sky. But I know in English, they're probably just going to call the guy Kyle. But yeah, shout out to him. That's my boy. He's my favorite of the Capus. Yeah, I like Jezza. Jezza's all right. She grew on me a little bit in the third. At first, I didn't like her at all. I can appreciate her now, though. This is Captain Victor S. Arseille, who will be assuming command of this ship.
So that's what this is about.
That expression is crazy.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Yep, patty cakes. Best girl Toa?
Wow.
My
What a
boy's
pretty
gawking.
ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible. I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. Looks even better live than on paper.
What are the specs, though, specifically? I mean, we just heard Jaren give the, the length, but what's the actual speed on it? Because I believe the Arseille was it 3,600 or something like that? Is it faster than the Arseille? Damn, even Van Dyke came out.
Principal Van Dyke, you too?
Could someone fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
For real? Like, this seems like a very big moment, when all we were going to do is just go to our field study.
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study.
Ah, I see.
He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
My boy doing goat-like things.
What?
We'll be riding in style.
No doubt.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil the mood, Sarah.
You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Roer.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Oh, okay, so we're going to the capital first.
Huh. This is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7. Aboard the second Arseille-class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
The Courageous. I like that. It's very fitting for him. I did not. Sing day 9:30. I did not expect any of this shit right here. Like, I knew it was gonna be second Arseille class high-speed cruiser Courageous. Like, I knew something was gonna take place because, we never had to go to the academy field before our field study. I just didn't have a clue that it was gonna be to this scale. Mater Park. Okay, so this is what he meant by grand unveiling, I suppose. Oh, look at Carl. Alto Street. Is that Vita? This music is good. Us District. Is that Bateri? Blue Blanc. That's my nemesis right there. Central Station Plaza. Got our girl Claire. Not even our high-speed trains could hope to match that. That may be true, but we still have our own strengths. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us, so basically about what we expected. The same is true in other areas as well. Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Claire out here making moves. Heimdallr Sink District St. Estrella Girls School. Elise, where's my dear sister? Oh, there she is. Look at her. She's so cute. Hey, that's my baby right there.
My, what a spectacular sight.
It's baby sister or nothing, man. I'm fighting everybody over sis.
My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful.
I can already hear Naruko. Sis called Actress.
Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you, Rean?
Yo. Heimdallr Valflame Palace. Yo! There's Cedric, but that's Pops and Mom?
Wow! That's the Courageous. Olivert finally finished his airship.
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Olivert seems to have gone to quite a lot of trouble having it built.
Oh, it's very cool, but Olivert has the same eyes as his father, I believe. That's where he got the color of his eyes. So this woman right here, she must be Cedric and Alphen's mother. Because we already know Olivert is a bastard child. Much like Eustace.
Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our staid and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can be.
Yeah, this is fire, man. They got me smiling over here. Imperial Government Chancellor's Office. Lechter and Osborne.
Can you believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come.
The debaucherous prince, man.
Partnering with Liberl to make a second Arseille-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun.
Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna unfold.
This was certainly an unexpected play at this price.
We really got the Chancellor versus Olivert.
He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment.
But this dude right here he's a real problem. No, no two ways about it. Not to mention he's probably, much older, so his experience is, it's more deep-rooted than Olivier's. And you could see that even back in Trails in the Sky the Third, when he, showed up at the castle. Olivier was shook. That was the first time I ever seen my goat, just shocked. I was depressed. I was like, no way. He had him shaking.
But now, my dear Prince Albert, We have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared, every piece in its place.
Oh man, he's talking about that board again. Hell, he even said he was a piece on the board. He didn't even say he was commanding it. He said he was a piece.
Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
Yeah, that little transition with the ship was sick. I love the vibes right now. Nordia province southern edge over the Schwarzdrach barrier. I really wish we could walk around though. The Courageous Bridge. Man, it feels like it's been a while since we've been in a ship.
We have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 Arj. We've just passed through the Schwarzdrach barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia.
Current speed is 3050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Okay, so that's what their speed is overall. So this ship isn't actually faster than the Arseille. It's really not even close.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 Arj.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So this is what the bridge of the cruiser looks like. It's all kind of making my head spin. If I'm not mistaken, the ship is equipped with the Epstein Foundation's latest information processing system. Huh. So you actually managed to get the Reinford Group, Zeiss Central Factor, and the Epstein Foundation to collaborate? I suppose you would be the most well-informed on matters of technology. It took the combined effort of countless supporters to take this airship from the blueprint to beauty. I've caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. It's nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it's true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them. But all my labors bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. At a length of 75 Arj, it's almost twice the size of the original Arseille. And with it sporting 20 of ZCF's high-performance engines, it can achieve a top speed of roughly 3,000 speed. Not quite as fast as the Arseille's 3,600, but the Courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Oh, nice. Heck grief, she's memorized all of the specs already. And still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. I'd heard something like this was in development, but I never would have imagined you'd pack this much power into it. Well, now we have a rough idea how extravagant this ship is. But what I don't understand is why my father is sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military. Unless, Father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this airship isn't part of any military force. Huh? So what? Is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend this ship to give wings to a third faction of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arseille. Yeah, because we already got clued in on most of this when we were back in Legrand. Like where his stance was, which is the whole point of why he left out him and Toval. Well, that explains some of it. I see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blademaster? Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that. I'll say. Well, that's my hope anyway. About half of the crew here are loaned from my division, the 7th Armor. The rest are civilians representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. That sounds like Olivert, alright? You know, that sounds like how he would go with things. I love it. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good at gathering information. They've also tasked me as the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all its local branches. Shout out to Toval doing big things. I love this guy. Ever since we read that manga and just the Carnelia series itself, I knew I was gonna love this guy. Makes sense to me. Toval's definitely a good choice. He's got tact and patience to spare. Yeah, you definitely gotta have some patience, especially when dealing with Ein. Good luck, Toval. Your girl is crazy. Me, on the other hand, I'm more the face-punching type. Yeah, she got hands. Frankly, I'm still shocked we're here. I never imagined we'd be flying in such a marvel of a ship with such a distinguished crew. You've got me curious, though. Are you intending to tour the whole Empire like this? That's our plan, yes. The hope is that it might help assuage some of the tension that's been building across the nation. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff currently going on. And if we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better. It's kind of funny. I like how they did it. Like, everybody is in the shot and they're shocked. But there's one person specifically. Well, no, technically two, because you can't see Million. The crowd, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I was really about to out you. Because he was the only one we couldn't see a reaction from. But Million as well. That makes sense, considering they've got their own airship too. The intelligence division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now. But having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? And if I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day, I'll even be able to put on a reticle, soaring in the skies above Heimdallr. A recital, that's what he said. I was like, wait, what? Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy. I really love Mueller, man. I really do. He's always sick of his shit. But he stands with him regardless. Yeah, look at Million back there. She looks so cute. At this speed, it should take less than an hour to reach Roer. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're aboard. Aside from restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of the ship. Go on and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks. I think I'll take you up on that. And that's how we ended up flying to our destination aboard the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. But we didn't just sit and look out the windows, of course, since we had the captain's permission. We each set about exploring the Courageous, seeing what this top-of-the-line airship had to offer. Hey, they gave us control. Yo, it's been a while since we've been able to walk around an airship like this. When was the last time? Rosbell? Everything on this airship is really cutting edge. Prince Olivert does love his surprises. First his return to Heimdallr and Arseille, and now this. It's true. He's one of a kind. I knew that the captain's daughter would be coming aboard, but seeing them talk is rather heartwarming. Please relax and lead the operation of the airship to us. The crew here come from a wide range of backgrounds, but we're all confident in our skills. I happen to have been scouted from Epstein Foundation by Prince Olivert himself. What a unique, fascinating person he is. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the vial of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Oh. Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. I like how Ring just cut her off mid-sentence while she's speaking to her own father. That's kind of crazy. I know some people do stuff like that in real life, mostly to kind of try to chime in so the mood isn't completely killed. But sometimes it makes things even a little more awkward. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Roer, knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the Courageous will hold the old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They choose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not the ship's only purpose. Well, true. Building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use it as a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month. But I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled at the academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insight. Oh. So tell me, Bree, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with other students? Honestly, yeah. I think she's doing pretty good, all things considered. Not to mention her and Monica's situation is a lot better now. And she's even started picking up, different skills outside of swordsmanship, like cooking. I feel like she's doing pretty well. Huh? Yeah, he trying to set Reen up. He's like, yo, just get with my daughter. You seem capable enough. I think she's been fitting in fine. I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times, I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue looking out for her. Of course. We're glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her. I can't help but get the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. Oh boy. Oh, you see? He's putting on the pressure. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior toward my daughter. Yo, I'm scared. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. But I'd like to think I know how to conduct myself toward my classmates. Good, good. That's what I wanted to hear. And she's like, what? What are the two of you going on about with all your whispering and your furtive glances? There's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. Of course, it's his daughter. Why are you saying that like that? I'd be more concerned if he didn't. Nevertheless, being ferried to our destination in an airship like this makes me feel as though I could take on the world. While we won't be in the same group during this field study, I hope that it's a rewarding one for the both of us. Agreed. Allow us to escort you to your destination. Hope your field study proves to be a fruitful one. Just don't forget to conduct yourselves as the students of Doors should be doing, or should during your time there. You got it, Captain. We're cruising along so smoothly that it almost feels like we're one with the wind. It's like the ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring throughout the sky. We're really lucky to know who we know. I can't imagine many people will ever get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the goddesses our thanks. Hello there, I'm Curtis, the radio officer. Is this your first time on a bridge of military airship? If you've seen one, you've seen them all, really. The main difference being that the Courageous is still a new and shiny. Well, that and the fact that the ship and its entire crew are unaffiliated with either faction. That's unusual. The Courageous is completely unaffiliated with the major factions in Erebonia. Half of our crew might be from the 7th Armored Division, but despite being part of the army, they're neutral too. Their position is pretty similar to Prince Olivert's, actually. Major Vander is a good example of that. Engine room, come in. Can you hear me? We've reached maximum cruising speed, all green here on the bridge. Oh, hold on. Engine 4 is struggling a bit. Can you give it a look? Engine room, come on. Can you hear me? Hey there, I'm Graf. I'm from the Imperial Army's Air Force. I have to say though, I've never seen a ship like this. And as if that wasn't enough to get excited about, I get to work under the Radiant Blademaster himself. If Prince Olivert wants to bring about that ideal of his, the Blademaster's the right guy to have in his corner. Yeah, safe to say that I'm looking forward to seeing just what effect this airship has on the world. Everyone's here well aware that we're working with a legend in Captain Arseille. Yep. Welcome to the Courageous Bridge. You might not believe it, but Helmsman Graf's exceptionally good at his job. I'll notice even the slightest diversion in our course too, so no need to worry. Everyone here on the bridge is a specialist in their field, so there's no need to worry. We'll get you to your destination safe and sound. Alright then. Let's walk out a bit. Yeah, having an elevator in an airship, that's fire. I love the music though. The OST right now is fire. We can't go there. We probably also can't go here either. Yeah. Oh, we can go to the front deck though. Welcome to the Courageous. Prince Olivert and Major Vander are on the front deck if you're looking for them. Why don't you go say hello? Maybe I'll do that. Should I do it now or should I just wait on that? Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about ladies. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get in. Are you three working out what to do for the concert? Yeah, we've got the general gist of it figured out now, but let me ask you, Reen, what would you prefer, male or female vocals? Honestly, probably female vocals. Or you could do a duet. One female, one male. That's a really important question too, since it'll change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both then? You know what? That'd be perfect. Yeah, I really like that idea. 2 songs will be the perfect length too. Rehearsing will be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans too. You won't see me complaining. He seems really excited for this. Of course, our little music junkie here. I'm glad that neither of the plans we came up will go to waste. Right then, time for a little more brainstorming with Crow and Muses. This might make rehearsal a bit tougher, but it'll work. Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. Muses is so damn funny, man. Yeah, this is my boy, man. I'm sorry, I don't care. I stand with uses. You realize that this will put us in direct competition with Class 1, correct? We'll need to do something with a degree of class in order to take them on. That was hilarious, man. My goodness. And we can actually come inside of here. There's a shop. Okay, nothing to buy. Hey there, welcome to the supply room. We don't actually have too many supplies here though, since we're kind of in a rush. Still, if you want anything, let me know. You'll be my first customer. Damn, he said I was his first customer? Ah. Alright, well, we'll buy some stuff from him. Just because we're his first customer. Barracks, huh? When it comes to firepower, this ship's equipped with the bare minimum. That's not due to just a lack of time either. It was a conscious decision on our part. We want to focus this ship to be the things it stands for, not how much fancy weaponry it's got. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't react appropriately if anyone's foolish enough to try anything against us. We've got a bunch of skilled crew members on this ship. But we don't have everyone on the ship yet. Pretty much everyone's a specialist in their respective fields. I'm looking forward to when we get a full crew on board. Okay, so on the rear deck, we got Sarah and Toval. Our little former bracer and our current bracer.
Instructor Sarah? Toval? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer to bracer information swapping.
Of course.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, I guess that would be considered a while. It really feels like I just saw you, though.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Also, even she was surprised that Toval was on board.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arseille.
You know, Toval's cool, man. And he also has a very interesting voice. Because he looks very kid-like. Not that he's a kid. Obviously, he's a grown-ass man, probably in his mid to late 20s, most likely. But his voice is, I don't know, I imagine Toval having a softer kind of voice, not as deep.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though.
Like, I somewhat kind of imagine Toval. In my head, he sounds like similar to Crow, kinda, with like a little bit more bass.
It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blademaster.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward.
Yeah.
Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on.
Yeah, that really is sad. Especially seeing that there really is truly one branch, which is the one over in Legram.
At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though.
Hey, shout out to them braces over in Crossbell, them goats, man. Shout out to Aeolia, Lynn, Wenzel, Scott, Arios. And you know we gotta throw in our favorite lovely receptionist, Michelle.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
Not too surprised by that. He was always busy, even when we were, in Crossville. It feels like he just takes up every task.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
The Divine Blade of Wind. Yes. It leaves one blade. Arios McLean. Yeah, I miss seeing my baby Shizuku.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now too.
Yep. We already knew about Wenzel. I mean, I brought this up a while back. Because I knew he was the one that was from Erebonia.
Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind.
Yes, sir.
The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, there's no way Ring doesn't know all of this.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master.
Damn, so has Ring met anyone of 8 Leaves? Like, my goodness. He hasn't met Arios? He hasn't met... He hasn't met Cassius, have he? He just knows of them. He probably hasn't met Richard. Annalise is an interesting one, though. That's an interesting one because, she's young Kavai's granddaughter. And Ring, he was taught by young Kavai when he was young. So there's a chance that he could have met her.
He mastered the school's second form. It sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit.
That's an understatement. He's ridiculous.
Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright.
Pops, the one and only, the true goat of trails, man. Don't ever disrespect Pops.
We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago.
The top dog.
Well, from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Yep. He's the staff now.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia.
Just like his baby girl Estelle.
Wait, 2 years ago.
Is he finally putting it together?
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there.
I do. I already brought this up. I already talked about this story back. Where were we? In Heimdallr when I brought up this whole story about Cassius? What a top dog, though.
They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
No.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School.
Yeah, that's true. You guys had Annalise too, who is a bracer as 8 Leaves, much like Arios. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
You guys had Cassius, Arios, Annalise. My goodness. When are we gonna get Richard and Ring as bracers? I'm ready to see that.
Me? A bracer?
Honestly, I think he has what it takes to be a bracer specifically.
Huh. I never really thought about it before.
I think he'd make a really good one.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the Bracer Blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having that in the back of your mind sometimes. Especially if you can't quite figure out what you want to do after all of this is said and done with the academy. You got something to fall back on. I still haven't been able to repay Cassius for everything he did either. Oh well, we'll just have to do what we can to live up to the guild's ideals and keep the Bracer spirit alive. I wonder if that has something to do with how she ended up working at the academy. It sounds like she has a lot on her mind right now. I wonder how, like, familiar and close Sarah is with Shara. I'd like to see those two together. This ship should prove an effective deterrent since it's not affiliated with either faction. When you look at it that way, you can see the first step to what the prince is setting out to do. And of course, me and the guild will be behind him all the way. And what a real one Toval is. But we're gonna end off this part right here. And honestly, I might just keep playing.